It's no longer news that Doris Ogala got arrested allegedly while she was on Auntie Aduni's live stream, and I'm sure a few of you must have seen that video, but if you've not seen that video, here, watch it.
What did you say was your offense?
My offense was cyber stalking, because when he took that money, he refused to pay me that money. He only gave me 10 million and said Jeremiah did not pay all of them. So
which year was
when
this?
I now asked, this was last year.
Okay. Was that when you fell apart from each other?
Hold on. Who is that? What is it? What is it? Charity. What is it? Eh? Are you with somebody?
Police is in your house?
Yes.
Don't turn off.
Police is in my house. Police is in my house.
Police is in your house?
Yes.
Are they inside?
Yes, Charity.
They are
You are
inside.
a fool.
Who allowed
They
them
haven't
in?
tried to open my door.
Who allowed
You
them
opened
in?
my door for people when I told you.
Do they have warrants?
Yeah,
What do they want?
Your name is...
They have warrants? They have opened the door. Somebody has opened their door. They have
But why
entered
did
the
you
house
not tell
already.
me? You said you're Lion King. Eh?
Don't put off your phone. Doris, don't put off your phone. Again, don't put off your phone. Don't turn off your phone.
Here, watch it.
So
you guys saw what happened there, and I'm kind of like shook it in a way when Uche Maduago came out to say she was never arrested, that Nigerian police do not move like that, and also the expose that Doris Ogala did with Car Truth. And I'm just going to be I'm just here to dissect a few things that I found and which I'm going to be pointing out. And yes, I'm going to drop a few snippets of those things here so that you guys can follow it, or if you have the chance, you can go watch the full video. It's about 1 hour 40 something minutes long. With that being said, guys, let's dive into today's video. Okay, hello everybody. This video. Okay, hello everybody, welcome back again to my channel. Compliments of the season. My name is Wemimo and I'm also known as Tatmama5 and also known as TMO5 Kanduko. If you're new to my channel, welcome, and if you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for always coming back. And yes, I've done videos back to back in this month of December. I did say I was going to do vlogmas whereby I'm going to bring videos of gossip, Nigerian politics and all of that, but so far it seems that it is the gossip news that is winning. So if you go onto my channel, there's a playlist. I will even put the playlist up here which I titled Vlogmas. So you will find every video I've made in December, you will find it under Vlogmas. So let's dive into today's video. So we all know Doris Ogala has been doing expose, and she's been talking about Pastor Chris Okafo after he came out to after he showcased his new wife Pearl. And one thing I can't bring myself to feel for this lady, I can't seem to bring myself to feel any sort of empathy for her. Because why? You are more or less like our Nigerian politicians. You were involved in doing bad. You were happy with what you and your pastor lover was doing. You kept quiet all this time. And then something went wrong and you thought, oh, now is the time for you to speak up. When that was happening, so for how long ago did their relationship ended? How long ago did it end? And since their relationship ended, why did she not come out to come and start speaking? But she chose to do so after the pastor left her to go marry another woman. After all, she's saying it's not about revenge. We've seen video where she said it is revenge for her. It is revenge for her. So, like I said, Uche Maduagu said, oh, she was not arrested, blah, 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 blah. The Nigerian police don't move that way. I'm sorry, Uche Maduagu, Mr. Redbra. We all know how Nigerian police move. It's just a matter of one Baba Saleh, one boss, one godfather, giving them a phone call and they will rush down to go do the dirty job allegedly that they've been sent. So I won't be surprised if there is no arrest warrant for this lady, But one Baba Saleh, allegedly, pastor has called one Baba Saleh, and the Baba Saleh has used his power to go get her arrested. So, Mr. Redbrand, don't be telling us that Nigerian police move anyhow. They move anyhow. They're like goats. They go where they are being told to go. They go where they are being told to go. So this is the video of where Uche Maduagu was saying, no, there was Nigerian police don't move that way. Watch. So you guys heard.
I tell you now. I've been seeing some posts on social media. They don't arrest Doris. Nobody arrest Doris. Nobody arrest Doris. I saw a video. She was doing live stream. Police know they enter person house like that too. Please, if they want you, if they need your attention, they will call you. They will invite you. Please, let's stop this narrative where they go, nobody arrest Doris. They say they arrest Doris. How come police never put out a statement and say they've arrested Doris? All this
that we watch. So you guys heard what Uche Maduagu, like I said, Nigerian police, they are like cows. They go where they are being asked to go. So now let's go into another part of this video that I really want us to discuss. So I was watching Daddy Freeze's live stream, and one of the Nollywood actress, I can't remember her name off my head now, but if I find her name, I'm going to pop it on the screen. She pretty much said that she was speaking to Doris Ogala the evening before she was arrested, and how much she was like, pleading with her to stop talking. And also then Daddy Freeze also mentioned the fact that because his mother is a lawyer, he also knows a bit about law, and he has his own reason why he was not wanting Doris Ogala to speak and all of that stuff. So in the video, in the last thing that I saw of that Daddy Freeze did with a few other girls, like she's one of another Nollywood lady. I don't know why her name. I don't know why her name escaped my mind now. She dropped a video in that live stream. She did say that she was speaking to Doris Ogala, and at the end of the day, that she told Doris Ogala that, come, you don't want revenge. The fact is that you want this man and it no longer belongs to you. Hear what she has to say.
She said she wanted, 1 minute she said she wanted an apology. The next minute she said she wanted this. The next minute, I said, look, all these things you're saying is not what you want. I will not come online and say what you want, but it's not what you want. You want this person
Hear
back,
what she has
period.
to say. So you guys heard her. That she actually blatantly told Doris Ogala that, come, it is not about revenge for you. It is not about whatever pain or whatever. The thing is the fact that this pastor dumped you. And you decide that, okay, since you can't have him, and since he's already moved on, you're going to tarnish his image. At the end of the day, he's a pastor. People are still frolicking to his church. As it is Sunday now, people are still going to go to his church. Yes, he has married this girl, and where are you? You've been allegedly locked up. So you guys say what she had stated, that she told her point blank that no, it is not because you want revenge or whatever. It was because this man dumped you. It was because he did not marry you. And that's the true fact. Like, I can't seem to get that fact out of my mind. That is the true fact, because you were happy with all of his bad doings, and you still went, like, you were quiet all these years, or you were expecting that he would marry you at some point, right? Anyway, let's move on to the interview that she did with Car Truth. So this is me seeking permission from Car Truth. I do not have the right to use a video, but this is me seeking permission. I'm going to be dropping each snippet of the points that I found in that article, in that interview that she did. I'm going to be dropping them there, and once I point those main arguments out, I'm going to put the videos or short clips of what she's actually said in that regard. So let's go there. And by the way, if you've not yet subscribed to my channel, what are you waiting for? Why have you not subscribed yet? It doesn't cost anything. Just click the subscribe button back down like that, and then the bell, turn it on, so that anytime I drop a video like that, it will give you a notification, and you can always come back and watch it later. So do that while we are here. Begging you. So let's dive into the interview that she did with Car Truth. So Doris Ogala, with obviously this video, interview was more of like, she was detailing her tumultuous relationship with Prophet Chris Okafo. She alleged manipulation, exploitation, and involvement in fraudulent activities, that our pastor or our pastor ex-boyfriend was involved in fraudulent activities, and she also exposed her own role as a double agent in a conflict between her and obviously Chris Okafo. So in that video, I found some main arguments, which I'm going to drop now. And then we'll go on to some unique perspectives that I also found. And also some of the things she said with supporting evidence. So the first one was that she alleged, she spoke about Pastor Chris Okafor's alleged fraudulent activities. So Doris claims that Chris Okafo used his church account to collect $60,000 from fraudsters, other people, and from fraudsters, and he kept a large portion for himself. He got greedy, and the Interpol, and obviously because he got greedy, the Interpol arrested and investigated him as a result. Hear what she had to say in that regard.
About people that sent him money.
That one, Chris is a scammer. Chris is a scammer. People should know. He works with, I'm telling you, I'm not lying. It's verifiable. He's the person in charge of that case. It's Omaka. He works with NCCC. They say it's Interpol that came to arrest him. Chris used his account to collect money from fraudsters, church account. They paid $60,000. When they paid the money, the people agreed 10% with Chris Okafo. When the money landed, Chris became greedy and collaborated the money.
Say in that regard. So you guys heard from her how she detailed how Pastor was an Azaman, being a fraudulent guy, using church accounts to collect fraud money. Guys, let me know what you think in regards to that allegation. And she did not put allegedly. She did not put allegedly. She says she has evidence. And I'm quite mad at the fact that she went to that program, to that interview, without bringing her facts. Without anytime she thought anything, oh, I will send you the evidence. Or if she's about to show the evidence, the interviewer will say, oh, don't worry, send us the proof. Like, you were going to go on TV with such information, with such, you were given such a platform. You should have come with evidence. If it means you're going to print out stuff, if it means you're going to put stuff onto the hard drive, so that before you arrive, the person who is interviewing you will have everything there. But every time, oh, I will send you this, I will send you evidence. No, you're not coming correct. You did not come correct at all. And then another, obviously, in the main arguments I found was that she discussed her role as a double agent. So she explains how she was asked by Chris Okafo and Prophet Jeremiah to get close to Prof X. I've been sharing videos of Prof X. I'm going to put his picture here. And also to gather information, she was acting as, obviously, because at that point, Prof X was calling out Prophet Jeremiah for some sort of allegedly impregnating a girl or something. So hear what she had to say. So you got ahead.
I think someone was calling him out, said they had an affair with him. He said, no, I should not believe it. It was his ex-wife. Then he asked me to get close to Profex. He asked me to get close to Profex, and I got close to Profex. I spoke to Profex, told him my Igbo name, on phone and all that, to find out what more he had on him. So when I and Prophet got talking, I found out that he didn't have much on Chris Okafo. So I went back and I told Chris. 1 week later, started calling other pastors out. About 5 or 6, but was Jeremiah Motofofin.
He said his name is Profex.
Profex. One South African blackmailer. He called himself a blogger. Not a blogger. I'm going to get to him too. Because he collected money eventually. And I have the proof. So, and he might say, oh, I'm playing along. No, that's not playing along. Just like you told me a story. You said the pastor gave you money through your foundation and you brought it out and shared it to your foundation. He wanted to bribe you, but he was not able to bribe you. You didn't stop talking, right? So if you were doing the right thing, if they bribe you, at least you would tell the people this is what is going on. You didn't say it until I started exposing.
So you got heard what she had to say in regards to how she was asked to, get closer to Prof X, because she was practically being used as a double agent. So when she got closer to Prof X to find out what Prof X has on Jeremiah and Chris Okafo, when she eventually got closer to Prof X, she would now carry that information to Chris Okafo, and Chris Okafo would then pass the information to Prophet Jeremiah. At the end of the day, they found out that Prof X does not really have that much stuff on Prophet Jeremiah. You guys heard. Let me know what you think. Obviously, she was the wife to be of Pastor Chris Okafo and also acting as a double agent for his colleagues who are allegedly committing activities. Also, another main argument that I found was that she spoke about the exploitation and manipulation. So Doris Ogala alleges that Pastor Chris Okafo manipulated her into sending explicit content and used her vulnerability during her toxic marriage for his own purposes. So at some point, Doris Ogala said that her ex-husband was, violent towards her and all of that. It was because of that vulnerability she was going through in her marriage that Chris Okafo used to manipulate her. Hear what she has to say.
So, but what I was doing with Chris, which I don't want to show this because at this point I don't care. To show you how I don't care, how God wants to use me, I was going to show you my chats with Chris where I sent him my address where he said I should touch. If people would say, she's ashamed, which is, they should be ashamed, why is she saying this? But I have to say it the way it is. This was what happened. People do what's in their marriages. Is it because I'm speaking my own? This guy will call me, say I should show him my breast. I should make a video and send to him. I'll do that. Will call me on video call and say remove it. Bro, I think I was under hypnosis because I don't think with my right senses I would do this. I would have shown it to you where you would tell me to touch myself. I would do it. He had control over me. I didn't know what I was doing. My life became, I was rolling around in my life. Then, that was one of the days my ex-husband beat me terribly. He said, you know what? Move out of the house. Come, I'll marry you.
Chris told you that?
Yes. That was when I sent him this video. He said, come out from there. I'll marry you. Bought me tickets. Flew me out of the house the next day. What I left, the car my ex-husband bought for me, I returned it to him. I did not carry any of my properties, my clothes. I did not carry anything. I only took my weave-ons in a school bag and I left. Because the day my ex-husband slapped me, I looked at him and I said, you know that this marriage is over. And he knew it was over this time. So I left.
So you guys heard her that obviously as her ex-husband gave her water for face, she knew that the marriage was over. And yes, the pastor used that person to say, you know what, pack your bag. He bought her a one-way ticket and then she went to him and then he lodged her in a Marriott hotel. I think at this point, Marriott hotel needs to give Doris Ogala ambassadorship because the amount of time she and our pastor went there to go and do Janglova, Eko Moto, Janglova, Eko Moto. They need to give both of them ambassadorship now because going to Marriott hotel, lodging each time is not cheap. So guys, let me know what your thoughts and opinion are in regards to her saying that she was exploited and manipulated by Pastor Chris Okafo. The new wife Peril, I hope you are listening, I hope you are watching, and I hope you had a chance to watch this interview. Okay, so the next one of the main argument of that interview, like I said, I made notes, so if I'm glancing to the side, it's my notes here. So the next main argument was that unfulfilled promise of marriage. Now in this case, in this story that I found out that if you promise person marriage and you know marriage and say a crime, I've never heard it before, but yes, we are learning every day. So Doris expresses her pain and anger at Chris for promising to marry her but ultimately using and discarding her, leading to her public exposure of their relationship. Here what she had to say about the promise of marriage.
Chris is so he promised me that he was going to marry me. What did he do? Useless me. Used me anyhow. Because I was under hypnosis, only God knows, but I know that I suffered. And he wants to marry. I had to let the world know. And I know me coming out is God's doing. God wants me to expose these people. They are syndicates. These are people. I'm not fighting only Chris. They are syndicates. They are cartel. I know them. I know how they fight. They have paid people. Many bloggers you see attacking me now. They are not doing it of their own volition. They have been paid. I've been there before. I know how they operate. So I'm not perturbed. If anybody comes to shame me, talk down on me so that I will stop, I'm not stopping anytime soon. I'm going to expose a lot of things I know. I just didn't want to get a lot of people involved, but a lot of things I know, I'm going to expose it. All the things they've done, this is the first interview, I'm coming in. I'm going to come in. Let me go back. This happened in 2022. Let me go back and bring, since 2017 till now, evidences of things. Because everything I want to say, the ones I've said so far, I have evidence. Everything I will say, I will have evidence. I'm not afraid of Chris. I'm not afraid
the promise of marriage. So what do you guys think? That she's paying that he promised to marry her and dumped her, and pastor. So apparently this pastor is 57 years old and is gone on to marry a young lady. Why is it that all these old men are young girls and they marry? Why is it that young girls and they marry? So now I believe that this young girl no great brain, or she's not thinking right. Though Doris Ogala allegedly told us that the girl is the daughter of the choir coordinator of that church, and that the girl is allegedly pregnant, and because of what the girl's mother as a coordinator of the choir knows about that church and about pastor, it's a matter of if you don't marry my daughter, I will expose you. However, if you look at the video of this pastor and this young bride, they are touchy. You can see it seems that's like the magic there. There's a magic between them. If you see all of their pre-wedding videos, you can, maybe because the video is in slow motion, I think there's some sort of spark between the young girl and the pastor. So in a way, I'm finding it difficult to believe what Doris Ogala alleged, saying that Pastor Chris allegedly raped this girl, got her pregnant, and because of what the girl's mother knows, they had to, he had to marry her. Guys, leave your thought and opinion in regards to that. So let's move on to some of the unique perspectives I found in that interview. So she spoke about being hypnotized. So she said she suggests that she was under a form of hypnosis during her relationship with Chris Okafo, explaining actions she now finds uncharacteristic and regrettable. Listen to what she had to say in regards to being hypnotized. So guys,
then he would have met, like, I would call it hypnotism at first sight, not love at first sight. Because what happened to me that day, people might call it love at first sight. No, it was hypnosis. We met. His bouncer has now rushed to stop, to move me away from me. He now grabbed me by my hand and entered his car. And then gave me his number and said, I'll call you. I left. Few hours later, in fact, it was even my colleague that said, I know this man, oh, he's a big man of God. I was like, oh, really? But at when she was playing that, then I was already gone in love with the guy. Or hypnotized by him, because it's not love. Now it's beginning to make sense to me. Now the whole thing is
being hypnotized. So guys, you heard that. Do you really think she was hypnotized? Let me know what you think in the comment section, because do you really think she was hypnotized? So the next unique perspective I found was the church altar allegation. So Doris urges DSS to investigate Chris Okafor's altar, hinting at hidden secrets and possible wrongdoing associated with its construction. So if you find out from that video there, she said that there's something that when they were building the building of the church, that the building collapsed, somebody died, and a certain blogger found. I'm interested. We want to know who that blogger is. In fact, how are we going to know who the blogger is now that they've arrested her? So hear what she had to say about, she prompting DSS to go investigate and dig Pastor Chris Okafor's altar. Hear her.
DSS, so they should go to that church and open that altar. Open his altar. I won't say further than that. When they were building that place collapsed. Somebody died too. But apart from somebody there's a blogger that found something on the ground. This man was begging, called me, said, what do I give to this blogger to close his mouth? The DSS should go and open that altar. I know what I'm saying.
Hear her. So if you guys plead to DSS that allegedly the building collapsed, somebody died, a certain blogger found something, and you had to beg her. Doris, they want to embarrass me. What should I do? Blah 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 blah. So obviously, according to her, the blogger was allegedly paid, and they kept quiet. So this blogger, we need to know who the blogger is, because you found out something hidden, something criminal, and you kept quiet because they paid you. Guys, how do Nigeria want to get better? And people are still flocking to church, to the church of some of these pastors. Olúwa ni agbára ẹ̀mí mi o, ẹ̀rù ta ni yóò fò mí. And there's a song that Ebenezer Obey sang that Olúwa ló mọ ẹni tó ń sìn òun. I've been trying to find that song so I can put it in this video somewhere, but I can't find it. It sang like Olúwa ló mọ ẹni tó ń sìn òun, that it is only God who knows who is truly serving him. Guys, I am shooked. So again, the third unique perspective I found was the fact that obviously the person who was interviewing her was asking that, these revelations, what is this revelation going to do to the Christian community and the perception of pastors? So hear what the interviewer had to say. So
those
you guys
who are not Christians, if they are listening to all of this, if they are hearing all of this, seeing all of these things, what are they going to think or say about the Christian community? Is this what the body of Christ, the so-called body of Christ, has become?
Oh, cartel.
Kai!
Is it alcohol?
A community of mponaro, abominations.
Alcohol.
We're talking about so-called pastors with thousands of members as
my brother, I don't care at this point. What do they do? That is what they normally do. Either they send assassin to come assassinate me, or they arrest me.
The interviewer had to say. So you guys heard the interviewer there. And like I said, I'm shocked that the Christian Association of Nigeria are yet to say anything. And this is not the first time that we've heard stories about pastors. No. And they've not said anything. However, Khan is foaming at the mouth because Iniedo titled a recent movie Dirty December. Yes, they were foaming that this movie was disrespectful to Christianity, but there are more pressing issues that is actually bringing shame to the Christendom. They are not saying anything about it, but they are foaming at the mouth for a movie, a make-believe show. Because at the end of the day, what Iniedo was showcasing is a movie. They were acting. However, for example, this case of Doris Ogala and Chris Okafo and other pastors that have been named, these are live incidences. These are live situations, and Khan and PFN are freaking not saying anything about it. But Khan is able to frown at a movie. Like I said, God go get loads of case to judge when all of us enter heaven. So some of the things in terms of where she spoke and she was able to give us instant evidence was when she has the interviewer to call Emeka Rollas, who was with her when they went to Pastor Chris Okafor's village. So you know what, Mr. Emeka Rollas is the former national president of the AGN, who confirms that yes, he did accompany Doris Ogala to the village with another lady, which means that obviously supporting Doris Ogala's claim of having a close relationship with Pastor Chris Okafo. Emeka Rollas in a way went on to say further more things. Hear what he has to say.
Good afternoon, sir.
So you guys,
my name is Kellam Strong Amobi. I'm calling you from the Cartwood podcast.
Okay,
yes. Good afternoon, sir. I'm sorry to disturb your afternoon. We have Doris Ogala in our studio, and there's something she said about Chris. You've been aware of her relationship with Chris Okafo, and we said we should call you to confirm if this is correct.
I said I took him to the village.
She said she took you to Chris village. In fact, you're on speaker currently, sir. So she's here, and she said she took you to Chris village.
He's not aware that I'm dating Chris, but he has followed me to Chris village.
Okay.
Yes.
So I want to confirm if it is true that you have followed her to Chris village. This will give credibility to her story.
Of course, yes. Myself and Madam Chinwe who were at Chris village in Umze.
Okay.
What else did she say?
Okay, no, she didn't say any other thing. I just want to ask one more question, please.
I asked you for my idea. So what else? What other question? Go ahead.
Okay. So this one is a personal question. It's not like she said something. I want to ask if with was it ever in your knowledge that she's dating Chris Okafo?
Why should that be in my knowledge? What should be in my knowledge? You have inquired, I have answered. And taking media, we didn't go there for crusade. We didn't go there for anything. So what else could happen between him and the lady? Are you there?
Yes.
I've already told you our version. You understand?
Thank you so much. Thank you.
In that village. And what I am saying that I need also to be put out there is that I don't want to be pushed further.
It's all right.
Standing right now as Doris witnesses in a lot of things. You see, everybody doesn't behave the same. Okay? I want to say something. She might have chosen her personal way of venting her spleen or trying to heal from something she knows, only her knows. Let no other person come out and begin to take her to be the worst person on earth. I have been opportune to be president of the Actors Guild for 8 good years, and I have very private information to a lot of people who parade themselves as whited sepulchre, who can pretend in the public while behind they do worse things than what they are accusing her of. She and whoever she's mentioning have their issue, and every human being has the right of doing what he or she feels to do to calm herself or himself down. Just like I should have asked me this question and I've answered you directly, that I've been in that village and I even mentioned a third person who was in that village before. I think that satisfies your curiosity.
Yes, thank you so much for your time.
Yeah,
sir.
what
We
you
appreciate
have
it. Thank you.
so you guys heard there that yes, it was there and went on to say a few more things. However, I want to believe that it was after this interview that made Emeka Rollas to drop a post on his Instagram page, and I'm going to read it to you. So I'm going to screenshot it and put it up here. So he says here that notice, important reminder, protect Nollywood integrity and dignity. So Emeka Rollas wrote, official notice to all actors in Nollywood, especially members of the Actors Guild of Nigeria, AGN. It has become necessary to once again address a growing and damaging practice within our industry, the use of social media as a courtroom. Let it be clearly stated that the Actors Guild of Nigeria has already issued notices last year, and we are here again that any member found calling out individuals, dragging colleagues, or prosecuting matters online will be penalized in line with the Guild's constitution and disciplinary procedures. Social media trials do not bring justice. Instead, they deepen divisions, spread misinformation, and continue to tarnish the image and integrity of Nollywood, an industry we all depend on and are proud to belong to. As I round off my tenure and prepare to hand over to the newly elected executives officially on Thursday, 29 January 2026, it is my earnest desire that the new executives do not inherit this culture of online drags, public accusations, and indiscipline. The Guild has recognized channels, committees, and processes for addressing grievances, and these channels must be respected. Be assured that justice will be served through the right channels. I therefore appeal to every actor and AGN member to support the incoming leadership by demonstrating good conduct, restraint, and professionalism, both online and offline. Let us protect the image of our industry, respect due process, and handle our differences with maturity and dignity. The show must go on, but with discipline, respect, and unity. So he went on to tag Kate Henshaw and Ajoke Silva, whoever those people are. So I want to believe that it was after he maybe appeared after that show that prompted him to drop this post. So now, the next thing is the financial agreement. So Doris says that Chris Okafo owes her money and sent police to arrest her for cyber stalking when she requested for it. So I think this was a case of when one of the prophets, she was working as a double agent for, promised to buy her a car, and then they sent the money to Pastor Chris, but Chris Okafo claimed that he has not been given the money. Meanwhile, he has already collected money. When she now requested for the money, Pastor said no, arrested her for cyber stalking. Hear what she had to say.
So you got cyber stalk for my money that he was owing me. I will send you the agreement that he paid me money. When he paid the money, eventually the agreement was signed. I was there for 2 days. My brother's burial was in 4 days. Eventually, I had panic attack inside cell. By midnight, I could not breathe. There is time when they go and find out. I could not breathe. I was shaking in the cell. By 2 a.m., the DC of that station came out, told them to take this lady away or they release her. That was when, after 2 days, they took me to Abuja. I was released on bail to go and bury my brother. And they gave me court paper. When we got, after burying my brother, I went to court. The police prosecutor was insisting that they remind me in prison. Because I had a wonderful lawyer, Agala. It was the lawyer that told them to provide evidence that I jumped bail, because they told the prosecutor that I was flight risk. If they provided evidence that she jumped bail, they couldn't provide it. The judge gave me bail, and I was released on bail. It was at that point that I have decided, since that time, that I have decided this exposition would have happened the moment I came out from prison, from court.
Please, sir, please give me this.
From court. Because it was that time that nobody was going to stop me. I entered my page. I started releasing evidences.
Then,
hear what you have to say. So you guys either somebody will claim to love you. When are they chop on you've arrested you for, like, guys, it's all messy. It's all messy. Like I said, leave your thought and opinion in the comment section. Also, she spoke about how she involved lawyers and police. So she mentioned involving lawyers and the police in her investigation of Prophet Jeremiah, indicating the level of seriousness and legal guidance in her action. So she was saying in the video that you're going to watch now that her lawyers were actually guiding her on what to do, so she be sure that she was not going against the law. Hear what you have to say.
I gave them a condition, so you guys, that they have to involve the police, involve just the police and my lawyer, so he can guide me on the part I was about to do if I was going against the law, which they did eventually. They paid my lawyer, they involved my lawyer and paid his fee, legal fee, involved their own lawyer, paid his own legal fee and all that. So I had the guidance of the lawyer, and also involved Interpol. I went to the Interpol, I wrote statements. I also went to EFCC in Benin. I wrote statements, so the lawyers were guiding me, on what to do most times.
Hear what you have to say. So you guys either. So she has lawyers that were guiding her so that she doesn't go against the law. So, like I said, why keep quiet? If you had lawyers and police that were guiding you, why keep quiet when you knew that this man was? Guys, leave your thought and opinion in the comment section. Also, thought-provoking questions. Why, like people have been asking, why now? So she says that our motivation is not jealousy or heartbreak, but pain and a sense of injustice stemming from Chris' action and the loss of her brother. Hear what she had to say.
After all the atrocities that we have committed, me and him, I'm not saying it in the place of love. That is the misunderstanding. Everybody is saying, oh, move on. It's not about love for me.
Hear what she had to say. You guys either. Me, I'm not saying anything further. I'm zipping my mouth. Let's move on. Also, responsibility in the case of the testimony. So she's saying that she has no duty, she has no business with the missing child baby testimony, that the person that should be held accountable here is the mother of the child. And I'm like, this Ruth Matthew has 4 children, including baby Matthew. She did not sell the other 3 kids. What would make her sell the last one? That's the question that I've been asking and I can't seem to find an answer. So she's saying that Ruth Matthews, the mother in the missing child case, should be held responsible based on her observations and inconsistencies during the investigation. Hear what she had to say. In my own opinion,
they should hold responsible for this missing child is the mother. Ask me why. When they finished this case in court and she was found guilty, I was given bail of 20,000, 30,000 naira, fine of 20,000, 30,000. The woman is out. Sorry, God forgive me, the disabled lady. When this woman came out, all the things I have them in voice notes, which I'll sort them attention. This woman started calling me, calling everybody who know Prophet Jeremiah to come and beg for Jeremiah. Say Prophet is a fool. Prophet use that to make money. All those blah 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 blah. She collected 1 million naira from Jeremiah's brother after the case. This same woman that they are calling now, they want to resurrect the case. This same woman badmouthed Jeremiah. As a matter of fact, there's one lady called Chantel. This lady say Chantel, if she would talk Chantel to Don Baby, because Chantel ate, which is true. Chantel took money that was donated for her. So it was all about money. Chantel, Kinsilio, all those people embezzled money. I was to talk with them now. So I have all those conversations. The only people that I did not, is it that Damasis? Damasis did not collect 1 naira. You see, Maureen Badejo, my what's name? She don't like me. Did not collect 1 naira. You see, Jelle speak. This one don't know what happened. This one just say, let us go and fight. Maybe we'll do protest. Like money was just we did not know what happened. Dr. Chidi, 1 naira did not collect. These are people that did not collect. For see the rest of them. The other one, the many people, these people sent paid money. Prophets. If you watch Prophets after that case, Prophets started doing like a promo for Prophet Jeremiah. Prophets now became on their payroll. So he does more of advert. He stopped talking about the matter. So I Prophets coming out now to come and say, hey, look at how Choma, Doris came as Choma, I was playing my voice. No, you don't have to. Because this is, I came, I said I was used as a double agent. And I worked according to the law because I took guidance from my lawyer, their lawyer, which I have conversations with.
In my own opinion, Doris Ogala knows about this baby testimony. She just doesn't want to be the one to speak about it. That's all I'm going to say in regards to that. Let's move on. So, obviously, she also spoke about the role of envy. She said that she revealed that Chris Okafo sent a message to Bishop Idao suggesting Chris is envy and manipulative, even extended to his friends. So that Chris Okafo is envious of his friends and even is quite manipulative. Yeah.
This guy is so jealous of his friends that I want to read this one on live. I don't want to send it. Chris is evil. Chris, when he saw that his friend wanted to come out for vice president, that's Bishop Idao. Chris, the envy came too much. Say, can you imagine this man want to come out for vice president and he's owing me 5 million naira and he has not paid. He need to go. And now I told him I collected the money from my church son. Now he wants to come out for vice president. Say, you know, say he has to pay him the money. Imagine that he's calling him his son. How can I be calling him his son? Now one day, but he sent it. That was a message and forwarded it to me. I'm trying to bring out that message. This is Chris. See it if you can see his number. This is his number. This is WhatsApp. I launched his WhatsApp inbox on 15 July 2022. Good morning. This is a message he forwarded to me. A message he sent to Bishop Idahusa. Good morning, Your Lordship. I'm sure you had a great night. I really don't like to remind you on your obligations of 5 million balance that you made me take from my son. He lied to him that it was his son that gave him that money. Meanwhile, it was Chris that borrowed him that money. Chris told me. Yeah, I know. So he said, my son, because of my relationship with you as a friend, this is already affecting my relationship with my son who gave me his business money on the weight of mighty integrity. It is of great importance that you do the right thing. It is not like the money is beyond me, and you know that, but because of my huge project on ground and what happened with our building, which you know, and so every fund goes to it, I'm making it difficult. Now, when you're talking about the building, I want to beg EFC, DSS, they should go to that.
Yeah.
That's all.
So you guys heard that. So pastors can be envying each other. Allegedly, no be me talking. Everything that I've said in the video, no be me talking. Now Doris Ogala talking. Me, I'm just putting it into short snippets so that you guys can listen to it. So guys, let me know what your thought and opinion based on the main arguments I've mentioned, the unique perspectives about hypnotic and all of that, and obviously a little bit of the evidences that she dropped. Now, and obviously on the top provoking question. So one of the top questions I have is this: what actually prompted Doris Ogala to speak out, and what was her initial motivation? So she did say that she prayed as a young girl to expose pastors she viewed as fraudulent. She prayed as a young girl to expose pastors whom she see as fraudulent. But you were freaking fucking dating this pastor. Let's continue reading. Specifically mentioning TB Joshua, her more recent motivation stems from the pain and loss she experienced after her brother's death this year, which made her feel she had nothing left to lose and fueled her determination to speak out against perceived injustice, regardless of keeping her mouth shut. Hear what she has to say about that. How did Doris Ogala and Chris Okafo initially meet, and what were her first impressions? So she says that she met Chris Okafo in 2017 at the police station where she went for a case. She described it as a form of hypnotism or love at first sight, noting that she was immediately drawn to him. Okafor's aides quickly moved her away from him, but he grabbed her hand, brought her into his car, and gave her his number, and that was how their love story started. Again, what role did she play in the conflict between Chris Okafo and Prophet Jeremiah, and what actions did she take? So just Doris Okafo said that Chris Okafo, her then boyfriend, involved her in a conflict with Prophet Jeremiah, who was being called out by another prophet. She was asked to get close to Prof X, which I mentioned earlier on, to gather information. She claimed she gave conditions that the police and a lawyer must be involved, and she wrote a statement to the police. She also admits to acting as confusion. Yeah, as confusion between the tent, between all the parties. Also, what financial agreements were made between Chris Okafo, Doris Ogala, and Professor Jeremiah, and these were this agreement fulfilled? So she claimed that after helping with Jeremiah's case, Jeremiah promised her a car. He sent 10 million naira to Chris Okafor's account to her, but Chris did not give her the money. Eventually, after confronting both men, she received 15 million naira, but the remaining amount was never paid. She claims that Pastor Chris then began posting nude and miscarried videos of her where she kept asking for her money. And I believe at some point I saw those videos then. I was not a YouTuber then, but I didn't follow the story. So yeah. Also, last but not the least, what allegations does Doris make regarding Chris Okafor's financial dealings at the church altar? You guys already know that anyway. Guys, this video is probably too long now. I just want to bring this short snippet for you guys to watch, because this matter go long well. Now she's behind bars. Because when I finished watching that interview, she was meant to do a part 2, but now we don't know when part 2 will come out. We don't know when part 2 will come out. So she's been locked up now. We don't know what's happening. And before I came on to start filming this video, I've gone on to check Auntie Adoni's page. Auntie Adoni said they've not heard from her yet. They are sending messages. Her phone seems switched off. She's not reading her messages. She's not able to get her messages. And I was like, okay, the year 2026 is going to be a good one. But let's enjoy this December first. Guys, leave all of your thought and opinion based on the interview she did and the short snippets. Like I said, if you guys want to go watch it, I'm going to put the channel here so you can go watch the full interview. Like I said, guys, I wanted to hear with my ears. I had to take my time to watch the interview well. And so I took my note, and I've been able to put this video into 3 sections. So guys, each of the sections that I've spoken about, and from all of the short snippets, let me know what your thought and opinion are. And for me, in all of this, I still believe that this girl or this lady is pissed at the fact that this man left her to marry somebody else. That's all. Because she was happy. She was keeping quiet up until this pastor came out to showcase the new wife. Which meant that if she had married this man, or if this man had married her, she would have taken all of these things to her grave. And again, you guys don't have to agree with me. If Christian Association of Nigeria is not calling out the pastor, what is my business? If PFN is not calling out Pastor Chris Okafo, what is my business? Because some of you say I am biased. I am biased. Let me be. Let me be, because I know the Christian Association. I don't have a business calling out the pastor anyway. But yes, I'm not saying the pastor is innocent here. The pastor has a whole lot to say. Even for the fact that they've gone to arrest Anna, it goes on to show that whatever Doris Ogala is speaking about is possibly the truth. Because at the end of the day, they shouldn't have gone to a house like that. They should have invited her to the police station, because she's saying that everything she has been saying, that she has evidence for everything. So if she has evidence, you guys could hear. She has said she has evidence. Let the police invite her. Invite her to come with a lawyer. And then she will present the evidence. Why go to bundle her from her home? It just goes on to show that when the truth is speaking, there's a way that evildoers will want to keep her quiet. And this is what they are doing. It goes on to show that all she has been dropping seems to be the truth. But because they don't want her to keep talking, they have to go do what they have to do. Guys, this is where I'm going to end this video for today. If I find any further updates, I'm definitely going to bring it out here. And if you've watched this video till now and you've not yet subscribed to my channel, what are you waiting for? Like, I've been a good girl, haven't I? So don't forget to like, drop a comment based on all that has been discussed in the video in the comment section. Let's continue the conversation in the comment section. And if you've not yet subscribed to my channel, what are you waiting for? Don't forget to like, subscribe, turn on the post notification, share this video, please share, and don't skip my hearts. Don't skip the hearts in this video, please. Let me make money so I can go for 30 December next year. Join my membership, and I shall see you all in the next video. All right, bye for now. Bye.